That wasn't already the final chapter? Weird. Wait!
Ooh.
I want to look at our...
Tree?
Is it? Yeah. Where are you at? Look, it's full bloom!
Wow!
Yay! That's all.
Sometime later, we finally arrived at Osaka Castle. So long as we were at the castle, we weren't likely to run into enemy patrols, and for that I was grateful.
Saito? How you feeling, buddy?
体とは
Well, you know.
I realized suddenly that I couldn't talk about the Furies openly with so many people around. Instead, I simply mumbled at a loss for words. He must have guessed what I was getting at, and for a second or two before responding.
今のところは特に問題ない
The sun is out and everything. Really? But Heisuke and Sanan said that it was hard for them to be up during the day. Are you just that cool?
Oh my god.
That's kind of awesome. Dang.
大使ではない
Okay,
Never mind.
rescinded. I'm leaving.
Those words pierced my heart.
Well, fuck you too, I guess.
I mean, I can understand his coldness, but you literally drank the water of life technically for me? The thing that changed his entire life was because of my father.
それにしても妙に騒がしいなもしや薩長との戦を控えて浮き足
Yeah, I wonder.
Now we're just having small talk?
How dare you change the subject to such garbage.
The atmosphere in the castle was certainly restless, even as I watched wounded soldiers being carried in.
おい、そこにいるのって。もしかしてサイト
I
が。
could have survived at least.
Good to see you.
That voice!
やっぱりサイトだ。お前、生きてたのかよ。
Alive.
ま、
Sure.
斎藤も新八にだけは言われたくねえだろうな。
Nagakura, Harada, you're both safe. How did you manage that?
おうよ。この俺が薩長ごときに殺されるはずねえじゃねえか。サイトはどこも怪我してねえみてえだな。
Neither do y'all. They literally really all take it. Oh my god.
さすが無敵の剣の持ち主。俺の目に間違いはなかったぜ。
I mean, I'm sure they didn't. I feel like it's only if you take their route.
Well, no, but I mean, maybe, but maybe they do also all take it regardless. Because they don't got any fucking scratches either. And that seems
They're just
incredibly
that
unlikely
good
for
at
the
dodging
front line.
bullets. They're just that good.
I don't believe that.
Saito's mouth thinned, but he said nothing. There's no way Nagakura could have known the true reason for Saito's apparent good health. For a man like Saito, someone with absolute faith in his sword and his skill, to admit weakness and reach for the water of life. Could only imagine how embarrassed he was.
斎藤さん、雪村君。
Oh my god,
Shimada
Shimada. Incredible.
よかった。城中探しても姿が見当たらなかったので、もしやと思ったんですが。
What a fucking
縁起でもねえ
hero.
こと言うなって。斎藤がついてたんだぜ。死ぬはずねえじゃねえか。
そうですよね。でも、本当によかった。
He quickly scrubbed tears from his eyes with a fist and smiled at us.
Shimada's
What a
the best
guy.
of us. Why doesn't he have a route?
Ugh. Instead, there's a Sanon route.
Literally. Ugh. Oh wait, what happened to Yamazaki and Inoue? Oh! No, say that! Yamazaki needed to live! Were they hurt?
Hanada spoke up, but his voice was strained.
Huh?
山崎は銃で撃たれて大怪我
Oh
した。
no. This is all because we didn't get back to them fast enough. This is our
今松本
fault.
先生に見てもらってるが、かなり高い熱出して寝込んでるからな。この先どうなるのか微妙な感じだ。
Fuck. Oh no! What about Inoue? He's alright, right?
I felt my stomach clench with dread. Inoue had to be. He had to be alright. They were supposed to laugh it off and smile and reassure me and say that Inoue was fine, but they didn't!
He fucking raised the hell out of that death flag when he was like, they'll all come back just fine. We'll all be just
God.
fine. He did this to himself.
It was Nagakura who finally spoke.
ゲンさん
No!
腹にでっかい重曹ができてたさ
Dang.
多分
No! Dang.
My throat tightened and I could feel tears rising to my eyes.
武士というのは何
See,
が
this is the moment! This is the moment that he sealed his death!
あの状況で決死体にし
Oh
長倉君
no!
や島田君そして
And no one gave him any water. Wait, did he get the water of life? Well, they said he died almost instantly, so.
武
Damn.
士というのは男というのは
Guess you're not a
決して女
man!
の子を悲しませたりはしないものだよだから
That's so
大丈
funny.
夫だ
Inoue! I thought a samurai would never do anything to make a girl sad!
Your title's been rescinded!
Unless you're saying I'm not a girl! Why? Why did you die? I swallowed and my throat stung. It was horrible enough to think of the pain he'd suffered from his bullet wound, but even worse was the despair he must have felt as he realized his life was coming to an end.
Dang.
とりあえずみんなのところに行こうぜ生き残ってる人間は集まってるはずだから
Yeah. Okay.
I wiped my tears away and followed.
I like to imagine we just in front of everyone we're like, nah!
They're like, wow.
Saito!
Oh god, why does he look so angry?
生きてたのか
心配をおかけして申し訳ございません
We are
None of us are truly alive anymore.
とりあえず生き残った幹部連中は
そうなるな。夢も希望もねえ作戦会議のチャレンジ。
Dang.
Wow.
Dang. Hopeless? Hey, wait a minute.
いや覚悟して聞いた方がいいぜ俺も聞いた瞬間は頭から魂が抜けてどっかに飛んでっちゃいそうだったもん
So, y'all wanna go to
口
Australia?
の聞き方に気をつけろ
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean?
が結論から言うと今回幕軍はかなりの苦境に立たされてる
Huh?
Saito had told me that the shogunate forces numbered nearly 15,000 men and that the Satsuma Choshu and their allies combined were at most 5,000. Even I knew 3 to 1 was good odds, so how had the shogunate ended up in trouble?
We didn't have fucking guns, dog.
中立だとかわけのわからんことを抜かして援軍の要請を断る藩が多くて
Oh, wow. Wow.
御三家筆頭の尾張藩までが日和見決め込んで中立派を名乗りやがった
戦が始まってんのに中立もクソもねえだろ。はっきり薩長側に作って言わねえあたりがなんとも姑息だよな。
The 3 houses of the Tokugawa comprised one of the most prestigious domains in Japan. Many previous shoguns were alumni of this group. To think such domain betrayed the shogunate.
戦況はそんなに悪かったのですか
薩長のやつらが化け物みてえに遠くまで届く新型の銃を使ってやがってなこっちの射程の外から撃たれちまうんでどうにも防ぎようがねえおまけに連発式だから懐に飛び込む隙もねえときたもう刀じゃ戦はできねえってことだな
Saito looked down and said nothing. He'd built his life around the sword, and now, just like that, it meant nothing.
Damn. Why are you here?
敵方は銀の銃弾を使っていました
Are we weak to silver bullets because we're vampires? It counteracts the healing power. We are. Oops. Silver Rose, what?
羅刹隊対策に決まってるだろ。
It's
It's
been
good to
so
see
long!
you, Heisuke.
向こうにも俺たちのことをよく知ってる奴がいるんだよ。
羅刹は並々ならぬ回復力を有していますが、銀の銃弾でつけられた傷だけは癒すことができません。我々の武器は人並み外れた体力と機敏さ、そして回復力です。それを封じられてしまえば、ただの人間と変わりがない。
今回の戦で残ってた羅刹隊の奴らもほとんど殺されちまってさ、俺たちも途方に暮れてるとこなんだ。
That was when Saito finally spoke.
副長、ご報告したいこと
By the way, I'm one of y'all now.
うんなんだ、サイト。
Saito looked straight into the commander's eyes and spoke in a calm, level voice.
俺はお預かりしていた落ち水を飲み、羅刹となりました。
なんだって。
Every face in the room turned to Saito, shocked.
お前どうしてそんな
You
真似
see,
したん
he
だ
was
よ。
like super dying.
そうしなければならぬ状況だった。後悔はしていな
Are
い。
you sure? Hijikata was silent for several moments.
そうか。お前も。
What?
Everyone
You said
took it. Everyone took it.
あなたは素晴らしい決断をしま
Shut
した。
up!
I hate this man so much. His is not happy.
とりあえず現状報告も終わったところで荷物をまとめてくれ。明日には船で江戸に向かうらしい。
江戸に向かうというのは何故？
That was my line, bitch.
ここで慶喜公と共に籠城するのではないのですか？
Their faces fell when Saito spoke.
Saito stole my motherfucking lines.
俺たちの総
The
大将の
fuck?
一生懸命戦ってた幕軍を置き去りにしてとっくに江戸に戻っちまってるんだとよ。聞いた時はさすがに呆れたね。こんな戦前代未聞だぜ。多分これから先もねえんじゃねえの。今後の展開がどうなっちまうのか楽しみすぎてしょうがねえや。
Oh no.
Inoue died. Yamazaki's been wounded. What is the point anymore? Though they were the only ones I knew, I had little doubt that many other men had fought for the shogun, had been wounded or killed. And instead of staying to support his army, he'd abandoned them to their fate and had been the first to run to safety in Edo. What a shitlord.
Literally.
慶喜公が俺たちを捨てて逃げた。
Saito's whole world has been fucking
Oh my
shattered.
god, literally.
上には上の事情があるってことだろう。
Kondo too, he'd be like, what are you, what?
後のように恥じねえ戦をする。
I imagine him like running up to the shore, seeing the boat leaving, and being like, no! And just staring at the sun.
Just the dramatic back shot.
そうですね。
He nodded, his face as placid. He loves the word placid as ever. But in his eyes, I could see defeat and despair. We need to begin preparing for our return to Edo, but all of the warriors seemed dejected, slumped by the heaviness of our defeat. What's our career plan now? Saito, of course, wasn't safe from this dejection.
Saito?
I stopped myself for a second, but decided to approach him. However, he kept his eyes fixed on his tatami mat, not even acknowledging me.
Saito? Hello?
I called out to him once again, and all of a sudden he snapped out of his concentration and he shot a glance towards me.
すまない。考え事をしていた。先ほど副長が言っていた通り、上には上の事情が。自分まず負傷者の状況を確認し、
No, literally,
救護の
no.
手が足りていないはずだ。
Saito didn't seem to believe his own words, and his tone lacked any luster or emotion. Couldn't really blame him, though. He and the other Shinsengumi captains had risked their lives to uphold the shogunate flag in battle, and then Lord Yoshinobu just gave up. To think our supreme commander could even think to abandon his men and his army.
何をしている。ここには怪我人が大勢運び込まれている。医学の心得のあるあんたが行けば助けになるはずだ。見に行ってくれ。
You should know I'm never useful.
Saito seemed eager for me to leave, but I just stood there looking back at him, and instead of leaving, I asked him a question.
Saito, what's gonna happen to the Shinsengumi?
どうなるとは。
Saito was clearly annoyed, throwing another question at me. Seeing the coldness of his response made me flinch a little. But I thought it was an important question to ask, so I did what I thought was necessary to help my anxieties.
Lord Yoshinobu abandoned us, right? So if we follow him back to Edo, what will happen then? Are we just gonna murder him?
Good idea.
Does this retreat mean that the shogunate has no further plans to fight against the Satsuma or Choshu troops?
まだそうなると決まったわけではなかろう。もしかすると江戸で力を蓄え再戦の機会を伺うつもりなのかもしれん。俺たちが気をもんでも仕方あるまい。
But
先ほども言ったが、ここには怪我人が数多く運び込まれている。差し当たって必要なのは怪我人の船への護送。助けを必要としている者がいて、俺たちには彼らを助ける力がある。
okay, but
Okay,
you
so
were
get
just
up.
sitting here staring at the floor.
ことに気を取られている場合ではない。
His words came at me quickly and aggressively, and it made me think something was off. Even when he seemed agitated or things were hectic, Saito always found time to speak with me or answer my questions. Now he's just blowing me off, as if he were trying to avoid talking to me altogether. How should I answer?
I'm worried. Nope, just kidding. I get it. I understand. I'll go fucking help and leave you to pout by yourself.
There's so much to worry about. But now wasn't the time to stress about this loser. Our tasks are piling up and many people are depending on us. But then, shouldn't be overly concerned about this fucker. Just focus on other things.
What? I will slap you.
では行くぞ。
Oh, you're going with us, okay.
Go help other people.
Grab someone else. Leave me alone.
His tone seemed to perk up even just a tad, and he bowed his head. When I looked at Saito's back, his posture seemed so broken. Does he have scoliosis?
Fix your posture.
I stopped to call out for him.
Stop slouching. Ever since I lost contact with my father, I felt so lonely and full of worry, and now I'm right back where I started. But I thought that my worry would do me no good, so I made the decision to come to Kyoto myself and search for him.
How useless that was.
Really, I may not know exactly what you're feeling or how you're dealing with those feelings, but like, in the end, I've been abandoned too. What's most important is to trust those feelings and act on them.
Saito stopped in his tracks and he seemed to twitch a bit. Soon he turned around to face me. Just a second ago his eyes seemed dead, but it appeared they have been reignited with purpose. He looked at me sternly.
行くぞ。
His words were curt, but it felt like a sense of determination had returned to Saito.
You're welcome.
As the two of us were leaving the castle, he turned around once more, sadness resting in his face.
Wow, he immediately reverted
Wow.
back. Wait, our tiny speech did literally nothing. Are you alright?
I asked him softly, but he gave me no answer. After a pause, he wiped the cold sweat from his brow and he looked into my eyes.
The sun is fucking you up, you bastard! Just tell me these things!
問題ない。
Whatever.
行くぞ。
His voice was resolute, as if he'd communicate anything. Being out in the sun as a fury, from what I had heard, was fucking terrible.
If you start feeling sick, or if you've already started, then maybe you should just rest until evening.
I made a timid suggestion, but Saito quietly looked back at me and muttered,
先ほどのあん が覚めた。
Okay, that wasn't supposed to inspire you to go kill yourself in the sunlight. Wait.
The suddenness of his statement caught me off guard, and I stared confused at him. He turned to face his feet, and his tone seemed almost self-deprecating.
たとえ慶喜公がどのような行動を取ろうと、我々が主君を見
That
せ
sounds like
Yeah.
ることにはなら
Yeah,
ない。
you can do whatever you want, dude. Quit. Wait, am I?
You read this wrong. You did not read
Wait.
the right intention out of this. He's saying we have no right to question him. We're just his servants.
But he's also saying we don't have the ability to do anything else.
Huh?
We have no right to stray from our duties.
Yeah. To Lord Yoshinobu.
As if, just quit.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
俺は一体何を迷っていたのか。
Saito looked at me sheepishly,
You sheep.
as if he were embarrassed by his own doubts earlier. Seeing his reaction made me realize something. This man needs help. All this time, Saito worked hard to let his doubts and worries never get the best of him. But I wasn't the only person who felt these doubts. Saito, this whole time, was also anxious. I mean, he never showed any signs of worry when he was ordered to spy on the guard, or when he drank the water of life. In my heart, somehow, I had just assumed that he was impervious to worry and that he always got the better of his emotions. Then he looked longingly into my eyes.
Oh.
幕府が
Mine.
今後どうなるのか、そして我々新選組が何を信じるのかは、だがそれも全て江戸に戻ってからのこと。我々の行く末はこれだから、あんたの不安はわかるが、今は考える必要はない。今は
We're talking
自分た
about
ちの
yours,
すべき
man.
ことを
Right? Wait, stop making this about us. Yeah.
Saito turned back around to make his way to the dock, but his aura had completely changed. If I had done anything to improve Saito's mood, then nothing could make me happier. I don't think I did, though. I was thrilled that even just once, that I was able to give back to Saito. I know that Saito and the Shinsengumi will be able to find their purpose as we return to Edo. I was resetting. But when we return to Edo, what awaits me? The whole reason I'd left Edo was for the purpose to find my father. Later that night, I couldn't bring myself to sleep. Tomorrow, the men of the Shinsengumi would be on their way, aboard a ship, to Edo. But what was to become of me? There were rumors floating about that my father was siding with the Satsuma Choshu troops, and now, on top of that, he was with Kazuma.
Great.
I'm sure this was what Saito had reported to Hijikata when they spoke together. So technically, the Shinsengumi no longer had any obligation to look after me.
Uh-huh.
I
And
was
now they're
running
going to
through-
murder me.
I was running through all these thoughts when I'd heard footsteps from outside my room. I wondered who it could be at this hour. Softly, I slid my door open to take a quick peek and see who it was.
雪村、まだ起きていたのか。
Gee! I wondered.
No, I'm sleepwalking. Saito!
寝不足での船旅は過酷だ。少しでも体を休めておくに越したことはない。
Yeah, I know that, but when we return to Edo, all of you will be on standby for the next battle, right?
そうだ。
I felt nervous speaking, especially with what I'd wanted to say next, but
So am I not allowed to come along with you guys?
なんだと。
I know I'm not really of much use on the battlefield, and I literally cannot protect myself whatsoever. Especially if we're up against Kazuma, then definitely I'm already dead.
in the negatives.
In the mega negatives. And I know that the reason you let me stay with you all was because I was looking for my father. So yeah, I mean, there's really nothing keeping you guys responsible for me anymore. Which means I'm a super burden.
戦いに関してはその通りだろうな。あんた自身が一番よくわかっているだろう。
Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
His words were... No, they're straight to the point. I understood. He's right. All I'd ever been was a burden. If I couldn't... I'll always be a burden. I can't fight. But still, I'm insisting to be by their side.
Such bullshit. We only got the fucking baby power as far as demons go.
Right, why
Supposed
are
to
we
be
like
strong,
the
but
worst demon ever?
right?
鳥羽伏見の戦であんたを
We're not gonna be a
実感
good
した
wife. He's like, yeah, make strong kids. I'm like, have you seen me?
今までのものとは違う。今日隣にいたものが明日にはムクロへと変わる。そんな日が続くに違いない。それでも我々は武士として命果てるまで戦い抜く覚悟があるが、あんたは元来こちら側の人間ではない。戦いの中に身を置く理由などないはずだ。
I mean, danger seems to follow me. I think I'm fucked on that front.
Yeah. Hearing Saito's words made me realize that even if I'm hurt, even if it hurts to say it, he puts my safety above almost anything. Saito wasn't necessarily the best person with words, but it still made my heart warm to hear it.
I do have a reason, though. You saved my life, Saito. I have to pay you back somehow.
我々の都合でしたことだ。恩義に感じる必要はどこにもない。
That's bullshit. Would you be satisfied hearing it from my side if I had told you the same thing? That's what I thought.
Saito turned away, refusing to look at me as if he were dealing with a petulant child from which he could not wait to leave.
Hey, wait a minute.
Eventually.
失礼。
What? Huh? What?
Saito reached for the kodachi on my hips and without a word, took it into his hands, sheathed. He
Hey,
confiscated it.
Listen, I know I can't use it very well at all, but that's mine.
It's technically a family heirloom. He gripped my kodachi tightly.
先ほども言ったが、我々と共に戦いの中に身を置くことになれば、それでも我々についてくると。そう言うなら。
Just imagining he's like, you could be faced with death at any moment. Hiya! Yes?
Saito looked into my eyes intently, gazing toward me with a quiet seriousness.
Acquiescence. You know what I mean.
I'm nodding. Huge nod.
ならばこの木立を取れ。
You took it from me. Give
Can
it back.
you please just teach us how to fight?
He tried before and apparently it did nothing.
We were so bad he gave up.
Literally.
Our route with him isn't any romance of any sort. It's just him being like, you can do it.
It's just us constantly embarrassing ourselves and him being like...
Saito silently handed me back the kodachi, watching my movements as if he was still testing me.
Saito really is the like, this is fine meme.
He's just like pretending to be our mentor for this entire thing. Like, yeah, you're doing good.
God.
His eyes glimmered against the light, and he stared back at me while I gulped nervously.
だが忘れるな。この木立を取った瞬間から、お前をもう客人として扱わぬ。二度と引き返せぬ道に足を踏み入れることになる。
He's gonna murder me.
His eyes were stern, and they were staring at me with such intensity that I couldn't breathe. They looked pretty chill to me. But I asked to stay, keeping all of this in mind. With this newfound resolve, I reached for my kodachi and Saito smiled faintly.
He's like, that's not your sword, that's my hand. Try again.
Okay, you really don't deserve this.
見定めた。もう江戸へ帰れなどとは言わん。 どこまででもついてこい。
Wait, are we not going to Edo? Wait, where are we going? Wait, wait a minute, what the fuck? Okay.
Although his expectations for me were huge, I felt warm from his words and I loosened up. During the 4 years in which the Shinsengumi had looked after me, I couldn't ever shake the thought of feeling like an outsider.
God damn it.
But now, for the first time, I finally felt like I had been accepted as one of them.
I will follow the Shinsengumi wherever you guys go, and I'll be by your side the whole time, Saito. You better fucking get used to it.
I hope we get pants in the second game.
Nice. No matter what happens in the future, I have faith in everyone. Because you're all Furies now. Including you, Saito.
そうか。
He kept his responses brief. But I could see the smile forming on Saito's lips. I wondered if he was even a little happy to hear that I was going to join them. I'm sure we will be facing the Satsuma and Shoshu and even Kazuma when we return to Edo, but... wow. I felt as long as I'm with Saito, I'll be alright. I had a mysterious confidence well up in my heart, and I smiled back. A fool. This one doesn't end with the boat?
We get on the boat tomorrow. To be fair, I think in one of the other routes that we were doing, like, we didn't actually, well, I think one of them we were taking off, but the other one, it was like us just sitting on the boat at night being like, yep, having a chat.
Yeah.
Good shit. We did it. Who should we...
2 and 3! 3 out of too many.
What?
Men.
Huh?
Men.
What the fuck are you talking about?
3 routes! We have completed!
I was trying to ask who you wanted to do next! And you were like, 3! 3 men!
I literally forgot who, we still wanted to do. We were gonna... Hijikata and Kazuma are last. We have Okita. How are we even supposed to... A whole year of him being sick, do we just have to stay inside with him?
It's gonna just be us continually picking, like, guess I'll stay behind. Hey, loser, you're stuck here too, huh?
Wow. We just, start making board games, and when we go back to Edo, we start a business. And, sell board games. Because
we actually become the most successful in his route because we have so much downtime of him just dying and us being like, well, guess I'll do something.
Who else did we want to do? You said you didn't want to do Nagakura or Harada, right? Is Yamazaki an option?
I would be okay with... Yamazaki is an option. Wait, why is it January now? What's going on?
Because it's a prologue. Not a prologue, an epilogue.
The Battle of Toba Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. The Shogun and his troops retreated. The Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself. Our inner monologue has become a lot more grizzled. All by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. I'm going to leave the city of Kyoto, where I made fond memories with the Shinsengumi. Despite the defeat, his resolve didn't waver. I have chosen to walk alongside him. We are going to head to Edo without knowing what fate awaits us. I think that's just the same fucking epilogue it plays for everyone, because It's so general that it could apply to
Right.
literally any of the routes. You're checking where Edo is in comparison to Nagasaki.
I am. Oh god. Sorry, Google. Fuck. Edo map.
Seen it, 9:30 p.m. What? What is wrong with the achievement names for this game? That was the name of the achievement. Seen at 9:30 p.m.
Like, seen, like, as if you read a message?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand. Wait, can I not reach the fucking record page for the
Oh!
menu? What?
Edo is Tokyo. Basically. No wonder we took a boat, god.
Okay, hold on. Just for the sake of looking at the fucking... Oops. The options we have here. I need to load a save. Oh! Wait a minute! So either him or fucking Mamoru Miyano.
You see,
Those are my votes.
I'm worried that if we do Ryomo, like he's too pivotal in the sense that he always dies early.
I don't know
So,
if
like-
he actually dies, is the thing. Because
Okay,
we
well,
hear
he
that
goes
he
off
dies.
the grid.
Yeah, we hear that he dies, and then...
I feel like he should be like maybe third to last.
That's so far away.
Cause like I don't know, man. Like the fact that he's like all the way at the end next to our villain dude.
I mean, that's just because he, like, you have to go way out of your way to fucking even meet him.
Mhm.
He's, like, all three of these are kind of, like, you don't even
Right.
see them until...
God.
Okay, in that case, then, my votes are for one of these two.
Let's do Yamazaki.
Okay. We'll do Yamazaki. Closed. We missed the window for him. The game was like, nuh-uh. Not at all. Okie dokie.
Wait, go back to the guy we did, not Heisuke. Cause yeah,
Soma?
Why is his empty?
Because we didn't interact with him barely at all.
Yeah, but we've done his route before.
This isn't that safe.
Oh.
Ding dong.
I thought it all collectively saved when you got to this
No.
menu.
Because you can't even access this page on the main menu. I had to load to get to this.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. We did it. Good shit.